start with pipe cleaners and end up with these prehistoric fossils in miniature. I tried out a lot of different possibilities for making these models. Let's take a look. So I've put together this little play stand that's full of sand, but if you look under the sand, you're going to find some dinosaur bones. Let's take a look at what we need to make our own dinosaurs. You'll need some chenille stems, some sand in different colors, plaster and plaster cloth, some mixing bowls and water, and we're ready to get started. So the first thing you're going to do is actually build your dinosaur bone structure from chenille stems. And what I did is looked at some play dinosaurs like the ones in front of me to get the overall shape. But I just simply start with a head, and then it's going to come down. I'm making a brontosaur, and it's got a hump like that, and then it has a long tail. We'll ignore the tail for now. Then you're going to need to wrap some legs like so. And you've got some ribs, and these are just short. You can make them look like a real dinosaur, or you can come up with your own fantasy dinosaur. Remember, it's all about experimenting. But you're just going to keep continuing, making a couple more ribs, some back legs, and a tail. Take a look at the one I've got in front of me. I have actually added, once I got my basic frame, I went back with a second round of pipe cleaners and went over each and every section. Now for the fun part. We're going to actually cover the dinosaur bones in plaster cloth. So the first thing we need to do, plaster cloth comes like this in a coil. You're going to cut some little 6-inch sections into strips like so. And what this is cloth that's been coated in plaster, and all we have to do is wet it, put it over our dinosaur structure, and then let it dry, and that's going to make it really, really strong. Okay, so I've got a bowl of water right here, and you're just going to dip your strip in, and I'm going to start with the neck on this one, and you can just wrap it around and around. You can see I've already started on his leg. And it helps to kind of work on a couple of these at a time so that you can let one set up and get strong and then work on a different section so he doesn't collapse. Okay, and you're just going to continue covering them in the plaster cloth. Now, to smooth them out a little bit, we're going to mix up some regular plaster. And I've got a bowl, it comes just like this, like a powder form. And you're just going to add a little bit of water. And this is where I just kind of use my eye to see what consistency. It doesn't have to be thick because you're just brushing it over your plaster cloth that's already hardened. You want it to be kind of like whole milk consistency, kind of creamy. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I've got one that I've already started here. You're just going to brush over the dinosaur in different sections. Let's try it on the one we were just working on. And it kind of just see how it just kind of smooths out all of your little lumps and bumps and makes it look like bones. You just want to make sure that you make sure that your dinosaur is in the final shape that you want it before you put the plaster on. So make sure you get all the bending done first, and then, because once the plaster sets up, if you bend it, it's going to crack, and that's a bad experiment. So let's take a look at the finished project. You can see I've got some other pipe cleaner dino shapes that we've come up with. I got my friends together and we made a bunch of different ones because everybody makes different style things. And so I've got these down in the sandbox. To do the play stand here, I mixed 3 different colors of sand together. This was another experiment. I put white sand, orange sand, and yellow sand together, 3 large bags to make this colored sand. And that makes it neat too. But you can make whatever crazy color sand you want. And then you can bury your dinos in the sand and then use a brush to excavate them. Another fun thing to do would be to paint them with other fun colors. You could make them like crazy blue dinosaurs, or you could do them in browns to make them look really, really old. Whatever you decide, I know you're going to love making your own dinosaurs at home.